Senate Bill 326. Imagine this. Imagine two students get into the same argument at school. One's incident labeled anti-Semitic, the other is not. The difference comes down to how a school administrator interprets intent using a state-mandated definition, not a local decision. What the bill says it does? Senate Bill 326 says schools and universities must use Texas official definition of anti-Semitism when deciding whether students' rule-breaking behavior was motivated by anti-Semitism. The goal is to make sure anti-Semitic conduct is clearly identified and addressed. What it actually does. This means schools now have less discretion. Administrators must apply a fixed state definition when judging motive, rather than weighing context on their own. The state gains more control over how discipline decisions are framed, while local school boards and campuses lose flexibility. Who benefits? Jewish students and families seeking clearer protection from harassment, school administrators who gain a state-backed standard to justify discipline, and advocate groups that supported the anti-Semitism definition and its use in schools. Who pays the price? Students engaged in political or controversial speech who may be disciplined if intent is interpreted broadly. Small and rural school districts that must comply without added funding or training support. Local school boards that lose some authority over discipline standards. Why it matters. School discipline shapes how safe, fair, and open our classrooms feel. When the state sets mandatory definitions without clear guardrails or oversight, decisions can drift away from local values and context. Even when intentions are good, unfounded mandates and rigid rules can create fear, confusion, or uneven enforcement that affects real students and families. Questions to ask your lawmakers. How will schools be trained to apply this definition consistently without chilling protected speech? What safeguards exist to prevent this from being used unevenly across districts and campuses? Would you support a review or reporting requirement so Texans can see how often and how this law is applied? Bottom line, Senate Bill 326 aims to address anti-Semitism, but it does so by shifting power from local schools to a state mandate, leaving real questions about fairness, free expression, and local control.